Today we're going to talk about the massive bottle haul I got this summer. What were they? Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Bourbon Retriever, where I go in the wild, hunt bourbon, and bring it back for you. Today we are talking about the bottles I got this summer. It is a massive haul. Reminds me of how much I spent this summer. A little sobering. It's probably also a good reflection to help restrain the budget going forward. If I do these videos, I'll probably have to break them up a little more because there are a lot of bottles in here. I know everyone is not as lucky to get all these bottles, and I am truly grateful to be lucky enough to have access to a lot of these bottles and be able to purchase them at MSRP. All right, first on this list is Bentons. I was able to collect all the letters finally. I got the Bentons. I can go and get my stave. The only thing left now is I got to drink them all, but that will come in due time. I was able to get the bottles in the ABC drops. If you show up roughly about within 30 minutes of a drop, you'll get one. If you want to learn how to get Bentons, I did a video on the top 10 ways to get Bentons. I'll put a link here in the corner for you to check it out. Next one on the list is a Knob Creek single barrel. Now this one is a unique one because it is 11 years old. I have not seen a single barrel pick that old in a long time. Traditionally, the last couple of years, I've seen it all around the 9-year mark. I think Knob Creek is saving a lot of their higher age stuff to put out their 15, their 18-year-old product. I hope this is a trend that they will get back to older age single barrel picks. Fingers crossed. Next on this list is Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. I'm not fortunate enough to taste any of the older batches, the beginning batches, but the bottles I have had are great. I highly recommend it for $200. It is pretty penny to pay, but I think they're worth it. Other brands have tried to mimic them by releasing cigar blends because of how well the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend has done. I was lucky enough to get this at a store called BK Miller Meats and Liquors. It's in Maryland. I highly recommend to stop by and check it out. The manager is a phenomenal, nice guy, and they have a great selection at great prices. Next on this list is another pricey bottle, 4-Gate Calvin Collab 5. I haven't opened this yet, but everyone on YouTube talks about how great the Calvin collection is. If you're gonna buy a 4-Gate, they say you should get a Calvin. Saw this on Steel Box. I went ahead and bought it. I'm a little hesitant to buy bottles without first tasting them, so this one was a bit of a splurge and a little risky, but given the reviews, I thought it was worth a shot at least once. Let me know in the comments if I made a mistake in getting this bottle or you think it's worth the price tag. Maybe I'll do a review on it and let you know my own opinions. Next on the list is the Fiddler Georgia Heartwood. This is another bottle I got in Steel Box. It's a backup for the single barrel I have currently. I'm debating opening this one before I finish that one just to see how close they are, and if it's not as good as my other single barrel, not to kill the one that I love a lot and nurse it a little more and maybe drink some more out of this one. These bottles are fantastic value buys. They come in at around 90 bucks. It's MPG juice, I think 5+ years old, but then they finish it in some Georgia Heartwood, and I'm telling you, it comes out phenomenal. I did a review on this bottle. If you're looking for more information on it, here's a link in the top corner to check it out. All right, the next on this list is a pick I got at Summer Jam. It is Mash and Journey's pick, Sagamore Vino de Nara cast finish. Naranja? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not the best at pronouncing bottles. In one of my earlier videos, I called Rendezvous Rye Rendimbrous Rye, so I'm sure I'll make plenty more mistakes like that going forward. This bottle is the best Sagamore product I've had. I've had their 8-year, I've had all their baseline, the double oak, their flagship, the cast strength, their own juice, a lot of their distillery release bottles too, and this one knocks it out of the park. There's a lot more oak on this compared to their other finishes that they do. And I'm typically not a fan of finished. They get too off the beaten path of what a rye or bourbon should taste like, but this one is killer. I noticed they were selling it at the distillery. I would give them a call and see if they still have any bottles and run down and get it if you can. If not, buy 2 bottles. If you're looking for more information on the Summer Jam, I made a video on that too. Put a link here in the corner. It was a great time. You should go next year if you can. Let me know if you guys want a review on this bottle. I'm hesitant to do a review on picks because not many people can actually get to them. A barrel may only produce 200 bottles. By the time the review comes out, you can't really buy it anymore anyways. But if you're interested in getting notes on this, let me know. If you like this content, if you want to see more of it, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs so we can do a live stream with you, bring on Watson here, and just have a good time with the whole community. Alternatively, if you think Watson here deserves a new toy, this gets to 100 likes, I'll take him to the toy store and pick out whatever toy he wants. All right, back to our regular scheduled programming. All right, the next 2 bottles go together, and it is the Bourbon Junkies Essence bourbons. I got these at the Bourbon Junkies meetup, Pours in the Park in Michigan. I was able to try these at the event, and I have to say, for a 5-year-old product, these are pretty good. I'm excited to see how Essence evolves going forward, especially if they can start putting out 8 to 12-year-old products. I think this could be phenomenal. I did a recap of the Bourbon Junkies Pour in the Park. If you want to see that, I'll also leave a link above. All right, next bottle on this list is a bottle I've been hunting for some time, and is the Elmer T Lee. I had a bar pour of this for $10 at a bar near me in Alexandria. And for the MSRP on this bottle, it's a good pour. Nothing complex, nothing crazy. Don't go into it with high expectations. But for a general run-of-the-mill bourbon, it's a nice, simple, sweet pour that you can enjoy on a relaxing evening. The problem is the secondary pricing of the bottle is not worth it. Finding it for $50 at retail, I think is a good price point for it. These are very hard to get in Virginia. They've been doing the drop system for a little over a year, and this is the first time I've seen it. I know they released some last year, but it was a very limited run at the Virginia drops. So all in all, this isn't worth the hunt, but if you can find MSRP, I would pick it up. The next one on this list is Stag. I got both the 22A and the 22B. Funny enough, in the Virginia draft system, the B came out before the A. I don't know why, but I was lucky enough to grab both of them. I've tried both these pours. The A is by far better than the B. There's more of a roller coaster ride on it. It is a little out of control. I would say the A is like riding a roller coaster that hasn't been inspected in a while. It's really rickety. The wood, probably been there for about 50 years. You're bumping around everywhere. It's a little rough around the edges, but the flavors that are there are amazing. I tried the 22B at a bar next to the George C. Stag, so that might be part of the reason I don't think the B is as good. Anytime you compare a Stag to the George C. Stag, it's not going to live up. The front palate is very similar to the Stag, but around mid palate, the B's flavors just dropped off, whereas the George C. Stag kind of kept ramping up. I'm hoping to get some more of these. Maybe eventually we can do a Stag blind where I put them all together. Right now I have 22A, 22B, and batch 15. All right, last bottle on this list is a bottle that people say could be whiskey of the year, and it is Michter's 10 Bourbon from 2023. This bottle is pretty good. I will say though, I think the JD12 is better, mostly because of the proof point on it. I like a little higher proof products. This one is sub 100. But for being a sub 100 product, it is really good. I did a video on this bottle, so I'll leave it up in the top corner. So that's my bottle haul from this summer. It was quite a massive haul. I'm beyond humbled to have the opportunity to buy all these bottles. Leave a comment below on what your favorite bottle was that you got this year. And until next time, cheers.